The terminal looked calm. Families walked, announcements echoed, coffee cups steamed. Nothing felt wrong. But when Navy SEAL K9s step into a security check, calm means nothing. Because these dogs don't react to danger. They detect it before anyone else knows it exists. At first, no one noticed them. Two men in plain clothes, no badges flashing, no weapons visible, just calm steps, scanning eyes, and controlled movements. Between them walked a large German shepherd, leash loose, head low, ears alert. This wasn't a routine airport dog. Passengers assumed it was another random security sweep. Most kept walking, some slowed down. A few instinctively stepped aside, unsure why. The dog didn't bark, didn't pull, didn't look around curiously like normal K9s often do. It moved with purpose, nose tracing invisible lines through the air, reading things humans couldn't see. A mother pulled her child closer. A man stopped checking his phone. Conversations faded. When Navy SEAL K9s arrive at a checkpoint, it means intelligence flagged something real. Not suspicion, not probability, a credible threat. Still, everything stayed quiet. That's how it's designed. No panic, no alarms. Just subtle repositioning. Doors quietly secured, guards changing posts like it was planned all along. The dog paused briefly, just a second, and then continued forward. Most people never realized how close they were to something that could have changed everything. Navy SEAL K9s aren't trained like normal police dogs. They're selected, not recruited. Only a small percentage make it through. The rest wash out. Not because they're weak, but because these dogs must think under pressure, adapt mid-mission, and ignore chaos completely. They're trained alongside elite operators. They deploy into combat zones, helicopters, night raids, and high-risk security operations. Explosives, weapons, crowds. It doesn't matter. What makes them different isn't aggression. It's control. They don't bark unless commanded. They don't react emotionally. Every movement means something. When a SEAL K9 slows down, when its breathing changes, when its tail stiffens, that's information. Handlers don't need words. A glance is enough. These dogs aren't pets on duty. They are teammates, operators on four legs. They trust their handler with their life. And the handler trusts the dog more than any machine. Because technology fails. Instinct doesn't. And when a SEAL K9 signals danger, no one questions it. It happened near the secondary screening area. The dog stopped, not abruptly, not dramatically, just froze, muscles tightening, head lifting slightly, ears forward. To civilians, it looked like nothing. To the handler, it meant everything. The leash tightened, just enough. The handler didn't react outwardly, but his breathing slowed. His hand shifted position. The dog's nose focused on a single direction, a backpack resting against a pillar. Untouched, ordinary, invisible to everyone else. The handler gave a soft command, barely audible. The dog circled once, then sat. That was the signal. No barking, no lunging, just absolute certainty. Security personnel immediately began quiet protocols. Radios stayed silent. Movements were slow, deliberate. Nearby travelers were casually redirected without explanation. No one screamed. No one ran. The dog didn't move its eyes from the bag. In those seconds, dozens of decisions were made. Trained minds working faster than panic ever could. Evacuation routes adjusted, entry points secured. The K9 stayed calm, breathing steady, locked in. Because for this dog, the world narrowed down to one task: protect, and it would not fail. The handler raised his hand, subtle, controlled. That was the signal. Within moments, the area was isolated. Security doors slid shut. Passengers were calmly guided away with practiced smiles and vague explanations. Still no alarms. Explosive specialists moved in, protected by distance and time, the two things the dog had just given them. The K9 was repositioned behind cover, eyes never leaving the target. It wasn't anxious. It wasn't excited. It was working. Every second mattered. One mistake, one delay, one wrong assumption could cost lives. And yet, there was no chaos. This is what elite training looks like when it works. The device was confirmed. Dangerous. Real. What could have been catastrophic was now controlled. The handler knelt beside the dog, resting a hand briefly on its chest. A grounding touch. A word spoken only to it. The dog relaxed instantly. Mission complete. People would later say they never knew anything happened, that it was just another delay, another inconvenience. They never realized how close they came to tragedy, or how silently it was prevented. Once the threat was removed, operations returned to normal. Flights resumed. Passengers complained about schedules. Life continued. The Navy SEAL team didn't stay for applause. They left quietly. In a secured area away from cameras, the handler rewarded the dog, not with excitement, not with noise, but with calm praise. A favorite toy, a moment of rest. The dog wagged once, then sat beside him, ready for the next task. No medals, no headlines. Just another day doing what it was trained to do. The people protected that day would never know the dog's name, never know how close danger really was, never know that their safety depended on instincts sharper than any machine. And that's exactly how it's meant to be. The greatest successes are the ones no one notices. Navy SEAL K9s don't seek attention. They don't need recognition. They work in silence, in crowds, in chaos. So others can live normal lives without fear. Behind every calm security check is training, sacrifice, and trust, forged under pressure most people will never experience. These dogs aren't just detectors of danger. They are guardians. And the next time you walk through a checkpoint and see a quiet dog moving with purpose, remember this. Sometimes the reason nothing happens is because someone, on 4 legs, made sure of it.